We'll start with the pharma industry first, and we are pleased to have a very young, dynamic CEO of Entod, Mr. Nikkhil Masurkar. So my question to you is, you have done so much in terms of innovation and so much of support to young doctors everywhere. You are being known as the Elon Musk of the pharma industry. So you earned this title. We've read it at quite a few places. So I want to know what goes into getting this title.
Yeah, firstly, wish you all a very good morning, and thanks for inviting me here to talk on this panel. The word Elon Musk, actually it came from some doctors from Tamil Nadu who I invited once to our R&D center, and I showed them my plans for innovation in Indian ophthalmology. And they were so zapped and shocked that they said, this is like, you're like the Indian Elon Musk. At that time, I didn't even know who the man was. I think it was around in 2016. But I think you could say that because I'm as crazy and bold in innovation as him, probably. I have these out-of-the-box ideas which I make sure end up being materialized in some way or the other. And also, I think, when we first launched the concept of intracameral moxifloxacin, everyone thought it's not going to work, it's a crazy idea, and we made it work. When we first came out with the concept of low-dose atropine for myopia management, everyone thought, well, you know what, it's almost like a homeopathic dose, it's not going to do anything. It got commercialized and it worked. When we came out with the concept of intracameral mydriatic plus anesthetic for cataract surgery use, everyone said, you know what, it's not going to be popular in India. We not only made it work, we did phase 4 clinical trials, and it was the only intracameral product approved in India by the DCGI. So I think these out-of-the-box ideas and the boldness that we have for innovation, and the more crazy you are, the more things work. And one of the things throughout this journey I've learned is that whenever you have a good idea, which in many cases comes from doctors for patients, 9 out of 10 people will tell you it is not going to work. And that is when I know that it is going to work, and that's how I make it possible. So I think that innovative spirit, I think, is very important, not just for me and for my company Entod, but I think for the entire industry. And I think in about 10 years' time, we want to make India into an innovation and value-driven market rather than just a volume-driven market, what it is today. So I hope that answers the question. Thank you.
Yeah, so, we also, as doctors, we try to be as innovative as possible in our approaches. But what we see is that, a lot of our innovations, crazy thoughts, they sometimes fall flat. You may have an innovation which may not always work. So how do you deal with this sort of failure? I mean, I'm sure that, everything that you must have thought of or done may not have, reached the level of success that you expected it to do. So how do you deal with that?
Well, it's to have the right innovation ecosystem within your organization. You need the right research people with you. You need a good regulatory team. You need the will to do it. Obviously, we need funds for research and all of that, but that is not the problem now. The problem is to really kind of break all the, get over all the obstacles that are there in research. Luckily, in India now, the research space is much more it's much more simpler than what it was. I think India is probably the best place in the world to do clinical trials. We have enough patients, we have enough data that we can generate from India. So I think it is possible now. I think what didn't seem possible 10 years ago is possible now. And in fact, now we were used to bringing molecules from the US, launching it in India and thinking that we've reached the world. But now we can develop products indigenously in India and out-license it to the US. That is also possible, and that is going to happen. So I think the belief of what we can do, I think, is very strong now.
Great. Thank you.